Notice of this meeting was advertised in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Ms. Trueblood?
Present.
Mr. Allen?
Present.
Mr. Gardner?
Present.
Ms. Jackson?
Present.
Mr. Cartier?
Present. This meeting's called to order. Closed session resolution 79-2017 authorizes council bill in a closed session. Mr. S.
I have nothing for closed session tonight, Council President.
Council, anything? All right, no need for that resolution. Presentation of Pemberton Township School District plan for transition of the Elita Crichton School to the Isaiah Haynes School by School Superintendent Tony Trangone. Sorry, I was rushing your name there. I apologize.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And again, thank you for having me. I was here a couple months ago. Hopefully my voice is a little better. I'm going to stand over here. If it's all right.
Can you just take the mic with you?
You can take the mic over.
Okay, I'm also here tonight with Ms. Pat Austin, who's our Assistant Superintendent for Business and Board Secretary, and also Mike Pinto, our Director for Media Services. And you all have a copy, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to talk about I call it the Dembo Crichton Project. This is a project that's been in the works for about, I've been here, this is my 19th month, but it's more than 5 years old, as I'm told, as far as in the works with the state. So I begin my story here with all our schools in the district. And so we have the high school on the one side of town, the middle school, Fort Dix on the base, Emmons and Bazanski, and you have Harker, Wiley, and Stackhouse on Trenton Road, along with Haynes that's vacant right now. Then we have the Crichton Dembo project, Crichton Dembo campus. Then we have the Early Childhood Center. And what I'm going to talk about today is the Crichton Dembo campus and that project that's currently in the works. So I have to start off with this is a project that's not being led by the district. This is a project that we work alongside them as an advisory, but this project is run by a group called the SDA, which is called the Schools Development Authority. And the New Jersey School Development Authority is responsible for construction projects and renovation projects and repairs of schools for the 31 SDA districts in New Jersey, formerly known as Abbott School Districts. And Pemberton Township is an SDA district, and it's a former Abbott district. So you can see. The SDA is responsible for financing 100% of the eligible costs of the project. And I had this underlined, the SDA manages most projects for the districts, and they're managing this project. Okay? And there's two types of projects. There's a capital project, which is rather large, and emergent projects where if there's an emergency, this is a capital project. And the Pemberton administration, as I said earlier, has been working with the SDA staff, but to advocate for Pemberton Township and the children of Pemberton, trying to get the most optimal learning environment for the interim, while the school's being built, but also when the new school is finished. So a little background on the new school. It's going to be a 2-story building, a cafeteria, multi-purpose room, and gymnasium. Right now our schools have, it's all in one. Our multi-purpose room is a cafeteria and it is a gym. Now the music room, a media center, computer lab, a science demo lab. It'll have 6 preschool classrooms, 6 kindergarten classrooms, and 30 grades 1 to 5 classrooms, special ed classrooms, small group instructional rooms, and there's more. So when will we move into the new building? This is a timeline general. So at the from July onward, we have to be out of Crichton. We have to be out of the Crichton school. So, because they'll be going through a demolition phase at Crichton. And that'll go through the school year. And then the following year, they'll be in a building phase. The year after that, a building phase. And then hopefully, that's why I have the word tentative, move into a new building in September 2020. Okay? So I have graphics so that after many meetings and evaluations, they feel that the school should be put on the Crichton footprint. So I put new school there, and then eventually Demba will be a parking lot for that school, an adjacent parking lot. What you see right here is the new school's footprint, and I outlined the building in red. And what we like a lot about this building is the traffic will go around, and there's no kids crossing streets to get into school. So you'll see that the bus will go around and drop off kids in and out when the building's done. So there's a part of my presentation about the traffic. The plan at the end is for people to come in from Junction on the Learning Way and out to Junction when the school is complete. There's going to be an outdoor planning area, a play area for kindergarten through 5th grade, and a preschool play area. We also I have here it's a small soccer field, but again, it's something that we do when Pat, Austin, and I meet. They look at the community, look at the availability for community use. We'll talk about what's inside, but having access to this field for community use. So it's a real plus. So this is the first floor, and this is where the preschool is tentatively slated to be located. They all have bathrooms. The kindergarten over here on the left-hand side of that corridor, and they'll all have bathrooms. And then I put 1st grade because there'll be 1st grade homerooms, but there could be a special ed classroom intermingled in there, and then 2nd grade and special ed. So you can see that the younger kids are on the lower floor. And then I want to point out, like I have the multi-purpose room here, and I'll go, here's the cafeteria, and here's the gym, and this is the main entranceway right here. So if we were, for use of the building, they'll come through here and they'll use what I call the big box areas, multi-purpose room, cafeteria, and gym. Okay? That's the main office right there, and then that's the child study team room. This is maintenance and operations, and this is the cafeteria kitchen area right here. This is a music room. It has an instrumental room. A lot of great things for our kids in this particular schematic. And then there's a multiple sensory room for special ed. Now I'm going to go to the 2nd floor, and you can see that I have the 5th grade, so the older kids are going to be upstairs. 4th grade in a special ed classroom, 3rd grade, and it will have a media center upstairs. So when I went here, the bigger areas that we're looking, our vision is to have, when there's community use, have everybody downstairs. Okay? And then when we look at the media center, could be used for community use, but we're looking at that being upstairs. It's going to be, we want to keep that as planned out of the way. And then there's a computer lab, and then there's a science demonstration lab, and there's also a project lab. And it's all geared and aligned towards the new curriculum that we're looking to install or implement in the next couple of years. So that's the upstairs. And there's an elevator right in that corridor right there. So there is, it's ADA compliant. So who goes where? And that was the drama right now. So, because we're talking about interim space, because I guess I overlooked the obvious. Both buildings, Crichton and Demba, will be in this one school. It'll be a pre-K to 5 building. But moving on from now until the next 3 years, we have to relocate some folks while they're building the building. So we have the Crichton building, it's grades K to 2, but also pre-K. And then we have Demba across Learning Way, that's grades 3 to 5. So all they'll all be in the new building when it's finished and complete. But in the interim, you'll see that the early childhood kids will go to the preschool kids from Crichton will go to the early childhood center, and then Crichton will go to Haynes. Okay, K-2. And then Dembo will stay where it's at. The Dembo kids will stay where they're at. So when you look at this schematic, we have now you're looking at the Stackhouse Harker Wiley campus right off of Trenton Road. You have Harker Wiley, that's a K-2. We have the Stackhouse School, that's a 3 to 5. Then we have the Haynes School. Right now it's vacant. And there's Trenton Road, and there's Deborah. And what we're looking to do is move the Dembo Crichton K-2 to Haynes. That's where they're going to go. Okay. So in the interim transition, we have some projects going on right now. We're working feverishly to get this done for September. So the first thing, and I have to make sure that if you see SDA, that's an SDA project for the swing space, and then there's Pemberton Township Schools. So the first one is conversions to the rooms. So what they're going to do is at Haynes, they're going to renovate the old, if you ever went to Haynes in your school days, there were locker rooms. They're going to gut all that out and renovate that, put an OT-PT room, an art room, and small group instructional rooms in there. That is an SDA project. And that goes right on that side of the gym. And then Harker Wiley would be south of that. The second bullet is 2 new temporary classroom units. So one of those, there's the 2. One of them is rather large. It'll house our child study team. And then there's 4 classrooms. And they're dry. There are no bathrooms there. The second TCU is for our library and computer lab during the 3 years. So you can see for these 2, they aren't permanent classrooms. They're for intermediate use with extra services we provide our kids. And then the new spaces, this is the school. So you can see it has 4 classrooms up on the upper floor and classrooms down on the lower floor, bathrooms, the gym. This is the rooms I was talking about. So that's that piece right there, adjacent to the gym. There's 2 TCUs, and the SDA is telling us we'll be ready to use those areas by the end of August. And then for Pemberton Township Schools, we already have a temporary classroom unit there. There are 2 classes, and we're renovating that completely. It does have bathrooms, and it would have classrooms in those particular rooms, and it had students in those classrooms prior. So we're renovating this TCU, painting the entire building, new gym floor, new doors in the gym, new hallway lighting, carpet in the main office, paint exterior windows, and the current classrooms will be ready by mid-August. And this is our work. This is what we're doing internally. So now, if anybody is a Dembo parent here, but this is a concern, and again, I just have little notes. This is SDA's plan for Dembo will stay up during the construction period. So this is the Dembo grades 3 to 5, new school footprint, and their plans are to build a construction fence right where the parking lot starts at Crichton, and go all the way all the way down up until I don't know how long it'll go, but it'll go in well into close to Rancocas Lane. It'll be one way, and our buses will do what they do now. They'll just drop the kids off out in front, and then go right. The plan is to go right out Rancocas Lane. I think I was here before we talked about that, and there was a concern about Pinelands. And then also for parents, we would keep the same routine for our parents. Our parents now drop off in the back of the building there, or the side, and then there would be access out the parking lot and then out there. And then this is the SDA plan. I just put yellow what the bus route would be, and green what the parent route would be. And then there was talk about, what's going to happen with that neighborhood. So this is Junction Road, and then we have, Pat, 7 buses?
Yeah, the split is 7 and 8. 8 will go to Haynes, 7 will go to...
So it's half the buses that are going to that complex now. And so what that looks like is they would come in through Junction Road on the Learning Way and go out, and then and then talking to the mayor, and I know his feelings on it, but that's a definite. The buses won't go all the way out to Lakeshore. Mike Press has a plan where he'll fan out the traffic so they don't take too much use out of one road. There's also buses in this neighborhood right now. So. Other information, early morning childcare is going to be available at both complexes at Haynes and Dembo. We're working on additional parking at Haynes. The Dembo school will be closed in the summer from June 19th to August 15th. The principal and the secretary from Dembo will have them at Stackhouse until they're ready to go back into Dembo. And the Haynes principal, Mr. Adams, and his secretary will be housed. They'll be ready to go in the Haynes school right away. And then the communication will go out to parents when we have the Haynes school ready for renovation to have a walkthrough. And then working with Paula, we know that she was using the Dembo Crichton campus for the rec program. We're working with her to have that summer rec program at Stackhouse for the summer. School busing. So there's a tier. So there's a tier 1. That's the earliest tier at the high school, early in the morning. The second tier is middle school, Harker Wiley, Stackhouse, and Fort Dix. So you see that Harker Wiley and Stackhouse are on that campus. So they're the two. They'll have traffic on tier 2. And then the third tier would be the Dembo Crichton. So you have Emmons, Bazansky, Crichton, Dembo, and Peckek. At the Haynes School, we still have to work that out, what that's going to look like for those kids when they'll arrive, when they'll be dismissed, and the logistics of the bus routes and the balance of the tiers of the busing. So we don't have traffic. There's going to be traffic on Trenton Road. I've done this presentation 4 times now, Pat and I, and that's a concern with parents with traffic. And the new bus routes will split Sibley. So, like Pat said, one school will have 7 buses, the other will have 8. So you could be sitting there with your child, and one bus picks up one child, and another bus can come by and pick up another one, go to the other school. So because they'd be on the bus too long if you kept them on the same as it is right now. And then these are the future meeting dates I have in red. We're here right now at the Pemberton Township Council meeting, and we're also going to be making our visits across the township and the borough. And I'm ready for any questions you might have.
Council?
No.
No questions today. I have 2 quick questions. You mentioned the CST, Child Study Team Room. Can you tell us a little more about that? What exactly that is?
Well, we have children that need supplemental services, and right now those staff members, social worker, psychologist, learning disabilities consultant, they're on the Crichton campus now. So when you have an IEP, and I forgive me if you already know this, but we're by law have to, by the IEP, provide 3 half-hour sessions of whatever that service might be a week. So those right now they're housed at Crichton. Well, there's no room in Dembo to keep them in Dembo, so we had to create space for them on the Haynes site, and so they'll provide services to the Haynes children, but also on days provide service to the Dembo children as well. But their office will be in that TCU.
Okay.
So.
One more question. You mentioned the Crichton kids will be going to the early childhood center.
Yes.
Is that expected to cause any enrollment issues?
No, actually, Pat, correct me. Our enrollment was a little down, right?
Yeah, most of our classes were not full to capacity.
Sounds good.
Thank you. So we're trying to iron out a lot of details as much as we can on our end. So Pat and I sit there and we can advocate and we can want all we want, but then eventually they're footing the bill, and we don't roll over for them by no means. Matter of fact, we've had long conversations with them. But that being said, at the end of the day, they have a plan that they have to follow as per code, and then we fit in there. But we're going to get a $62 million new school, and I'm excited about it. So,
Good job.
okay. Yes.
You mentioned the egress during construction, and you mentioned it was a concern
Yeah.
of ours. What discussions have you had with Pinelands about that?
Yeah, there's none right now. They're supposed to be working with them right now. They're looking at. There's already been a meeting with the SDA folks and with Dennis but I wasn't present. So there was one meeting there for just working with the township. There's going to be further discussion with the Pinelands coming up in the next couple months.
The way I see it, and this is my novice opinion, those roads are not made, that dirt road is not currently able to handle a school bus. It's not wide enough. I mean, I can barely get down there with my truck. It's not wide enough. The canopy has to be pushed back to allow the height of the school bus through. So,
Where's this at, Ken? On the side of the school or on Rancocas Lane?
Rancocas Lane.
The canopy of the trees, you mean?
Yes.
I'm sorry, okay.
Rancocas Lane.
Well, their plans are to pave it and put a sidewalk.
Well, then that is a Pinelands issue. But there's another issue. I don't know if that's been resolved by the township, but Rancocas Lane, there's a portion of Rancocas Lane that's not owned by the township.
We found that out.
That's still an open issue.
Okay. So, I mean, there's another issue there that has to be resolved.
That was brought to our attention just recently.
Something related but unrelated. A couple meetings back, we had a board member in requesting us reach out to the county about crosswalks at the Stackhouse Haynes complex. And we did that. We reached out. Have we heard back from the county about that?
I have not heard anything back from the county.
Okay, I just gave me to reach out to the school board and ask if the school board had reciprocated and contacted the county about crosswalks.
To my knowledge, our board president, John Willits, has created a correspondence to the county.
Okay, and it has gone out?
I'm not sure about that, but I'll check on that.
So that was going to be our request, is that you guys do the same, because this is not it's not a township road, it's a county road.
Right, we understand.
Our feeling is it's their responsibility to put in the crosswalks, to maintain the crosswalks. It's not the township's responsibility. But there are kids, and we understand that. We reached out to them and asked them to do this, but we'd like your support to do the same.
Point taken. Thank you.
you.
Ken. Anybody else?
Not for me.
All right, again, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Public comments. Anyone wishing to make comments before the Township Council, please come forward. State your name, print your name, and make your comments.
Alan Cantrell. I talked to the county engineers about that crosswalk, and to my understanding, they offered the crosswalk, but there was a maintenance request on their end, where the township, if the light was not working due to electric problems or whatever, then we would have to supply a policeman. Is that true? And the township denied that?
That was part of it. They also insisted that the township pay for half of the construction and did not even tell us what the construction would cost.
Okay. Just curious.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Good evening, everybody in general.
Good evening.
I got a question. Can you update me in reference to the building in Presidential Lake?
The building you're referring to, I'm assuming, is the Presidential Lakes Firehouse.
Is correct.
The Presidential Lakes Firehouse is in the process of being demolished.
Currently, yes, we are removing all the recyclable materials out of the building to take the building down. We're in negotiations, and as I've mentioned several times in the past, and we're finalizing the pricing of a new structure to bring to council. We're hoping by the next meeting is our plan to have a proposal for a new building on that site.
Okay, my next question it is, I brought it to a while ago in reference to 530 East and Route 70. They should put a sign or a warning lights there for the reason the spring is coming and summer is coming. And that is very dangerous at night time in there. It's very dark.
And I remember you making that request, and I'm sure administration has reached out to the county and the state and requested that they do that. Have you done that?
No, I haven't done that
If
myself.
If the county road and the state road,
Reason I haven't done
you have
that.
no control over those roads and the signage on those roads.
Okay, I will do my best when I can. I get recovering for a pacemaker surgery.
Good luck.
And I just figured out, just come down and just found out more information. Okay, I also have the other question I asked, or suggestion I made it in the last meeting I attend, in reference to Upper Mill Road and Oregon Trail Road, and the forest going to Presidential Lake to the back road. In nighttime, it's very dark in there. People just can miss they need a bigger signs in there, an arrow type or something where the people are aware what they are going, because it's a new people in the development.
So,
The sign in there on the road is very small sign. In nighttime, it's very dangerous even to see it when it's very foggy and everything.
I remember you asking the question, and administration said they would look into it.
One of the things we think we determined is that's a state road, not a township road.
Oregon Trail?
Upper Mill.
Really?
Yeah, there's several that came up surprisingly to be the state roads and not ours.
Not even Oregon Trail?
Oregon
Because it's
Trail-
in the corner, Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail is a
Narca.
municipal road.
Okay,
Upper Mill is apparently a state road.
okay. Did the administration got in touch with the state or the county roads and bring it to their attention?
We will pass that on to our supervisor to contact his contact over there.
I also hear the Woodland Township or Lebanon Lakes pull out the fire department trucks to Chatsworth, where their main building will be. That's mean for us. In case there is any emergency, the only thing they left there is the ambulance. The fire truck is not there. That means the only fire truck we got in here, and I'm hoping they arrive in the scene as soon as possible, because spring is coming and summer is coming. Many accidents happening in the traffic light. We may have an ambulance, but we don't have a fire truck. I recall the accident I witnessed last time. Took 20 minutes for the township together. That means will be nice to see I know that you will give an update in the next meeting in reference to the building. I know that they will measure the land. I know that they fenced everything on it. I've been taking walks every day. I know that they've been done something. I don't know what they're doing on the roof. I saw like a hole in there. I do not know where. But you just finished told me that I can pass it to the resident PL. That the building will be demolished and be working in the future with the new building. Is correct?
That's what was just stated, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me when that building is done, where it's coming in there?
When what building is done? When the new
Yeah.
firehouse is erected?
Yeah, when the new,
What do you mean, what's coming in there?
Yeah, where it's coming.
Well, apparently, fire apparatus.
Okay,
I don't know exactly what apparatus, that would be up to the chief.
okay. That's what I want to know. And thank you, and I will come, God's willing, in 2 weeks. Thank you, good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips.
Thank you, sir.
3 weeks in it.
3 weeks.
Anyone else? Seeing none, we close this portion of the meeting to the public. Consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine by the Township Council and will be enacted by one motion. Should a council member wish to discuss a consent agenda item separately, that item can be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the regular agenda. Council, any changes to the consent agenda?
Yes, I want to pull 80, 2017.
That it?
Yes.
Anyone else?
I would like to pull 82 and 83.
Anyone else?
Yes. Under new business, number 3, Public Works Department.
Mr. Allen?
New business A1.
Okay.
I have something.
Might as well.
I need to have the secondhand jewelry license pulled and
Where
tabled
is
to the
that?
next, under new business
B.
B, sorry.
Like pulled, not for action, you mean?
No action this evening. We didn't get one portion back yet to be able to approve that. It was expected, but unfortunately didn't get it. Okay.
Okay, is there a motion on the consent agenda as amended?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Resolution 80, 2017, authorizing agreement with the Comcast Business for Telephone Services for Township. Mr. Gardner.
Yes, just 2 questions. I'm assuming that's going to be on digital lines, correct?
Yes, I believe it's T1, I believe they're running down there.
Which probably saves us a lot more money. But also the concern is, with digital lines, if there's a power outage, do we have the necessary backups in place to maintain those lines for emergency 911 calls? Because regular analog line the power goes out, analog line still stays
911
active
calls don't come here.
to go out. Emergency calls or whatever. Basically have the phone system up and running.
We
So-
have a huge generator sitting right outside the building here that kicks
right
on and, runs this building when power goes out.
Okay. Yeah, that was more the concern because the new digital phone boxes need power all the time for all phones to work. So we have that system in place.
We do, including some of our other buildings, Public Works, we put generators down there, and we're working on our other outbuildings, also outfit them with generators.
Okay. All right, that's it for me.
Anyone else? Is there a motion on this resolution?
Motion to approve resolution number 80-2017.
Is there a second?
I second.
Poll the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Resolution 82, 2017 authorizes the cancellation of unexpended balances of improvement authorization from bond ordinance 4, 2014, reconstruction of various dams in a total amount of $1,861,419.15. Jackson.
Yes, Dennis, for this particular one, that includes all 3 of the dams that was being worked on?
Yes, originally the bonding was about $8 million for the total reconstruction of the three Country Lakes dams. Ultimately, that was a construction financing. The permanent financing was through the NJ Environmental Infrastructure Trust loan. The cost of the dams ended up being, the $8 million was the estimate, engineering estimate. The cost ended up being about $6.2 million. So we had bonded clearly for $1.8 million more than we needed to. This shows up as debt obligation, even though we haven't sold the bonds for this amount of money, and this will basically take it off of the township's debt schedule.
Anyone else? Is there a motion on 82, 2017?
Good thing. Oh, I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
A second.
Pull the council, please.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Resolution 83, 2017, authorizing cancellation of unexpended balances of improvement authorization from Bond Ordinance 6, 2012, reconstruction of the Bayberry Street Dam in a total amount of $131,442.41. I'm assuming you had the same question for that one?
Yes, same thing.
This is essentially the same thing, except that in this case, the township was reimbursed a substantial, I think it was over $640,000 from FEMA, since the damage to the Bayberry Dam was as a result of one of those big storms that we had some years ago. And in this case, it's indebtedness in the form of cash because the bonds were sold. So what happens to this $131,000 and change is that goes to capital surplus. So it'll show up on capital surplus for our debt statement for 2017 that we will get in January of 2018.
Anyone else? Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion for 83, 2017.
I have a motion to approve. Is there a second? Mr. Allen? Pull the council, please.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Item 11, other resolutions of public hearing on 2017 municipal budget and adoption of 2017 municipal budget. This portion of the meeting is now open to the public for any concerns concerning the 2017 municipal budget. Please come forward, make your comments. Seeing none, we close this portion of the meeting to the public. Resolution 87, 2017 authorizes 2017 municipal budget to be read by title only. Is there a motion on this resolution?
Motion to approve resolution number 87-2017.
Is there a second?
A second.
Any discussion? Pull the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Resolution 78A, 2017 adopts the 2017 municipal budget. Approval has been received from the state. They had some concerns last meeting. They were all addressed, I believe, prior to the last meeting or just thereafter. The state has sent their approval for us to adopt this budget. Is there a motion on this resolution?
I motion to approve 78A 2017.
Is there a second?
A second.
Any discussion?
No discussion except the fact, Mr. President, that the budget was put out there for public to view it. It had enough time. No one discredited what our administration did a wonderful job in the budget. So I just wanted to say that.
And the
on record.
presentation, too.
Give him a big hand.
I know.
Is there, I'll pull the council.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Ordinances for second reading, public hearing, and/or final adoption. Ordinance number 8, 2017, an ordinance of the Township of Pemberton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, to vacate a portion of the Lakeshore Drive and conveying same to abutting property owners with the township retaining any and all existing rights under the law. This portion of the meeting is now open for public comment on this ordinance. Please come forward, state your name, print your name, and make your comments. Seeing none, we close this portion of the meeting to the public. Councilors, is there a motion?
Motion to adopt ordinance number 8-2017.
Is there a second?
A second. Ordinance 8, 2017.
Any discussion? Poll the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood? Yes. Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Ordinance number 9, 2017, an ordinance of the Township of Pemberton, amending Chapter 190-61 of the Township Code, setting forth and adopting a new fee and escrow schedule for the municipal land use and the development code. This portion of the meeting is now open for discussion on this ordinance. Anyone wishing to make comments on this ordinance, please come forward, state your name, print your name, and make your comments. Seeing none, we close this portion of the meeting to public. Councilor, is there a motion?
Motion to adopt ordinance number 9-2017.
Your second?
A second.
Any discussion? Poll the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood? Yes. Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Ordinances for introduction. Ordinance number 10, 2017, an ordinance of the Township of Pemberton authorizing sale of Block 329, lots 47 and 49 by way of quick claim deed. Again, I ask this every time. Can I do all four of these at once? I mean, they're all the same. You tell me.
I'd rather you do it
Okay.
individually.
All right.
Before you request that motion, I do have a question on one, which would probably pertain to each and every one of them.
Okay.
It's probably a question for our super solicitor.
Is that person here?
The fourth whereas down,
Hold on.
there's language that says, and other good, a valuable consideration.
Yeah.
It's in each ordinance. I'm assuming that's some legal.
Other goods. Yeah.
It's other,
Can you maybe explain exactly what that means?
well, it's just in order to consummate any transaction under law, you need consideration, something for something. In this case, it's money, right? They're paying money to Pemberton. The other good and valuable consideration here probably, since money, it could be $1 in value, and that would be valuable consideration. So, if there's really nothing other than money being exchanged in this case, that really is just legalese.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not of any substantive significance in this case.
Just wanted to make sure you're paying attention.
That's a given, Jim.
Anything else?
Thank you, Andy.
No.
Thank you, Jim.
Is there a motion to introduce with public hearing to be on April 5th?
Motion.
Go ahead, Jason.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to introduce ordinance 11, 2017.
It's on 10.
10, 2017. April 10. With public hearing on
April 5th.
April 5th.
Is there a second?
I second ordinance 10, 2017.
Hold
Public
count.
hearing on April 5th.
Poll the council, please.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Ordinance number 11, 2017, an ordinance of the Township of Pemberton authorizing sale of Block 208, Lot 17 by way of quick claim deed.
Motion to introduce ordinance number 11-2017 with public hearing on April 5th.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Poll the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Ordinance number 12, 2017, an ordinance of the Township of Pemberton authorizing sale of Block 374, Lot 74 by way of quick claim deed.
Motion to introduce ordinance number 12-2017 with public hearing to be held on April 5th.
Is there a second?
I second.
Any discussion? Poll the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Ordinance number 13, 2017, an ordinance of the Township of Pemberton authorizing sale of Block 221, Lot 63 by way of quitclaim deed. Is there a motion?
Motion to introduce ordinance number 13-2017 with public hearing on April 5th.
Second.
Any discussion? Poll the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. New business purchases number 2000. Item number 1, Mr. Allen, Public Works Department fencing and supplies for DPW yard expansion.
I just wanted to hear a little bit more about that project, just so council has an understanding of what exactly the DPW yard expansion project is.
Sure. We've been in discussions with Public Works for some time now on some renovations down in their yard and their buildings, and part of it came about as a result of some structural issues that we found in the Public Works building. There's apparently a second floor down there that was built many years ago before all of us, and it was not in the design of the building, need I say more. So we've got to abandon that part of the operation, and it creates a storage problem, because that's our main storage up there, and the Public Works has been looking for additional space, and they've been looking at office space. So we also discussed additional parking issues that have been occurring with the water division down there, and where they could put their personal vehicles, because we're very limited on spots. So they came up with a plan. It's a multi-level plan. Part of the plan includes bringing the fence line where the gates are now out to where the public mulch section is, where we give public mulch out at the end of our fence line going down the lot on the right side. So it'll bring the fence line out there. With that, we also have to move the recycling containers out that much distance out into that open field section towards the gas pumps. Plenty of room away from the gas pumps, not an issue. And that'll straighten the fence line out. And that'll give us the parking. The issues with the space in building, we're in negotiations now with the same company actually that's going to be giving us a proposal for the PL Firehouse. Has given us a proposal for a Public Works facility. They build these modulars off-site. They basically build these units in a factory, and then they'll bring them here and assemble and set them up. And when you get done, you can go to their sites, and we hope to have that presented to you next meeting. The next meeting, so you can see what we're asking for and what this company's about. You'll see the type of buildings they put in. Very, very nice buildings. So we're looking to bring a Public Works building up on that fence line where the mulch is now. So the front of the building will actually be in a fence line. What that'll do, it'll bring the public into the office space of the Public Works without going into the yard, which they do all the time now, and it creates a problem. The only ones going into the yard will be the workers, and then residents that are coming here dropping stuff off, who will first check in with the gate guard, and then go into the yard after instructions. So we've identified a funding source for this. We're not going to have to go in any additional debt. We're going to come to council at the next meeting with the full plan on this, so for your approvals, and that's what the fence part of this is. And I believe there was there a second element?
No, this is the fence. There'll be a contract at the next meeting for the gates, an electronic gate that'll be required. And the other thing that this does with our existing Public Works facility, it'll allow us to open up the area where they have that storage and the existing fences, offices, and then create a new storage area and reopen a third bay for the garage that was part of the original intention of the building.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve new business A1, Public Works Department.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Ms. Trueblood,
Yes.
item number 3, Public Works Department rental of Rubble Master RM70.
Yes, I would just like to get also some information, how it will benefit for us to have the rental of that equipment, and will it be also the Public Works will operate it? Those are 2 questions.
Yes and yes to both of that, and I'll explain a little
Thank you.
about the way this came about. As I explained earlier, we are in the process of removing the existing building at the PL Firehouse location, and Public Works has been going in, removing the recyclable materials and getting it down to the bare bones. So what, at the end of the day, we're going to end up with a block structure. They've projected the demolition cost, or the disposal cost of the demolition, to be somewhere over 20,000. Yeah, about 23,000 to get rid of this stuff, and we would haul it away and use dumpsters services to haul it away. They, once again, as you know, I have to compliment Public Works because they continue to work hard to not only save us money but be more efficient in their operations. They've looked into another process, and they found this machine, which basically is like the grinding machine that we bought a few years ago for the wood in the back that we replaced, the Beast, and this will grind up all the block material. And what it'll end up doing is giving us a real fine material that can then be used for a base material on our roads. So we'll repurpose that same material onto the roadway. Will not only save on the cost of disposing of it at the landfills, but will also save on the cost of purchasing any type of base material that we would be using for the roadways going forward. They would take this material and use it instead. So it's a win-win, very efficient way to perform this particular function at this site. And you know, we can't do nothing more than compliment Public Works once again for, you know, thinking outside of the box and coming up with better ways to, you know, to perform their operation.
Thank you, Mayor. That's awesome.
Anyone else?
No.
Is there a motion?
I motion to approve A3 and the new business.
Second?
Poll the council, please.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes. Item C, approval of New Jersey State Firemen's Association membership applications for Nicole Craig and Anastasia Harmon with the Pemberton Township Volunteer Fire Company. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Council President?
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion for approval.
Any discussion?
No.
Poll the council, please.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Abstain. Discussion of 2016 Safety Incentive Program Award. Mr. Gonzalez, I guess this is yours.
I don't need to discuss it a whole lot. I just wanted to let council know that our staff, generally, and in particular the 2 individuals responsible for safety committee and the programs, Michelle Brown and Joyce Tins, have once again done a very nice job, and we've basically benefited by $2,600 from the JIF. And I said we've achieved substantial safety standards that are good for our employees as well as the residents.
Congratulations.
Well, let me just add on to that. It's all employees. I mean, it's not just Michelle and Joyce. They put those standards out there, but it's the employees that have to implement those standards and follow those standards to avoid being injured. So it's up to really all the employees of the township.
Good job, all the employees.
Yep.
Not to put Mr. Gonzalez on the spot, but the the letter does say that the JIF would like this letter to be read at the council meeting. The entire letter.
Well, I'll never make the 7:30.
It's the fifth paragraph down. But either way,
think we're good.
congratulations on
Congratulations.
Congratulations on the job. Well done.
No, what did it say at the meeting? Any discussion on the engineer's report? Approval of the payment vouchers. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the vouchers.
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion? Poll the council, please.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Mr. Cordier?
Yes, with the exception of any bills related to the fire department. Solicitor's report.
I have nothing for open session, Council President.
Mayor?
Just two quick things. First, dodged a bullet on the storm, thank goodness. Everything went well. I do have to compliment Jersey Central, who we had a little issue. We reached out to our contact person, Maria Sessa, who expedited a repair service at our backup EOC building, and they did the repairs on Sunday and took care of it right away, so we were prepared fully for that operation, and we didn't need all the services, thank goodness. And the guys did a great job out there on the roads, I believe. I've had no complaints. And the other thing was, I'd be remiss if I didn't compliment one of our employees, Michelle Brown, for her work that she did on the Comcast contract and preparing all the research that led to and will lead to a substantial savings to the township on our future phone bills. So, yeah, all new equipment plus a much cheaper rate. So, that's the way these guys are working out there for us. I'd like to give them recognition.
Good job.
Mr. Gonzalez, anything?
Just for all of the wonderful preparation our fire department and Office of Emergency Management did in anticipation of the relatively fizzled storm.
Moving on, council member comments. Who'd like to start?
I'll go after him.
Ladies first, go ahead.
I just have one. Pemberton Township High School's Black History Club will be presenting their fashion show on March 31st. It begins at 6:30 p.m. sharp. Tickets are only $5. So I'm hoping to see our great council and administration as well as other people there. There will be vendors there. The doors for that opens at 5 o'clock. And that's it. The students at Pemberton High School have been working really hard, so I hope everyone will come out and support. That's all I have. Everyone be safe, and I, for one, am very glad we didn't get all that snow. And we should just be thankful. I believe Buffalo had like 20 inches or still snowing or something up there.
Yeah.
That's all I have. Thank you all for coming out. Have a good evening.
Mr. Gardner.
Thank everyone for coming out. This is like a personal thing for me. I wish there was, I know we have like a time constraint we like to meet, but I wish more residents would come out and stop using Facebook as an answer forum, which is not. Just recommend if you want an answer, come out and ask a question yourself. Facebook doesn't give you the answer. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gardner.
I just want to say, everyone, thank you for coming out, and also for Pemberton Superintendent to come here with Mike Pinto and the other Pat Austin for their presentation. And have a good night.
Thank everyone for coming out this evening. Have a safe trip home. Chief, Ms. Phillips has some question concerning the apparatus that's going to go in the PO once the building's built. So. Okay. So you can address your questions to the chief now, Ms. Phillips. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion to